Good evening, everyone. In this video, I'm going to do a short test. I'm going to do a test with the zoom function. That will be the right thumb wheel on the RC2 controller, and also play a bit with the cruise control. So I'm going into settings, and first go to camera. I want to be in D-Log M, and let's go over to control and tick on button customization. The C2 button on the RC2 controller is set for cruise control, and I already know that the right thumb wheel is for the zoom function. So let's go up and test this. Now, this zoom function is a digital zoom function, and so the quality isn't going to be that great. So if you want zoom in your video footage or even in your photographic footage, I recommend that you do that within your video editor. So I'm going to start recording. I have acquired 20 satellites, and let's take off. I'm going to angle over in the direction of the lake there. And I'm going to come back down. Let's say 100 feet. Okay. Now, I'm going to push up on the left joystick to start an ascent, and then I'm going to enable cruise control. Going up, enabling cruise control now. So I'm not touching any of the thumb wheels, and the drone is ascending on its own at about 5 miles per hour. I'll let it continue for about 300 feet. All right, I've just disabled cruise control, and I'm going to fly out in that direction there for a while, and at the same time enable cruise control. So pushing forward, let's get some speed going here. So pushing forward on the right stick, about 15 miles per hour, enabling cruise control now. So I'm actually moving along at 25.2 miles per hour. You can see at the bottom of the screen that cruise control is locked in. And while in cruise control, you can maneuver the drone around. So if I move over, say to the right, like I'm doing right now, okay, I'm going to stop cruise control by pressing on the C2 button again, and I'm going to turn this around. And I'm going to press forward on the right stick to get some speed going here. Say about 20 miles per hour, and then enable cruise control again. Cruise control enabled. So I'm not touching anything here. So I'm going to drop the drone down a little bit. That looks good. Let's go forward. And I want to find something to zoom in on. I think I know what that will be. So let's continue forward here. I'm actually recently discovering cruise control. I mean, I know it's there, but I rarely use it. But I see the benefit of using it. It makes your footage more smooth because you're not playing around with the joysticks. The drone is basically flying itself. So I'm going to go down a little bit more. Still in cruise control. About 100 feet maybe. Small moves here. All right, 100 feet. And I have my index finger around the C2 button to disable cruise control. And that will stop the drone from moving forward. But up ahead there are some rocks and there's water cascading over the rocks. So what I want to do is get relatively close to it, but not too close, and then zoom in on that. Okay, so I'm going to stop cruise control. It's disabled, and I'm now moving my right thumb wheel to zoom in on that. Let's raise this up a little bit so you can see it better. So this will be a ×3 zoom. So here is a ×2 zoom right there. I'm looking over at the right hand side to the left of the record button there. And this would be a ×3. Let's raise this up some more. And there is some wind out there because I can see the drone moving slightly over to the right. And I can easily compensate for that. And let's go in as far as it'll go. That's a zoom 3. And again, this is okay if you just want to upload a video to YouTube, for example. But if you really want to get crisp footage, whether you're taking a video or a photograph, then I highly recommend that you do your zoom in post using your favorite video editor. I use DaVinci Resolve. The latest version is version 19. And I also use LumaFusion when I want to put something up quickly. So I'm going to back off here, and that's back to a 1x zoom. Let's turn this around. And I'm going to move forward and enable cruise control again. That's about 21 miles per hour. Yeah, there is some wind out there. But not enough to generate a high wind warning. So I'll be color grading this since it is in D-Log-M. So I'm going to stop cruise control and generate a return to home. Oh, I should mention too, the latest update places there an update home point. And what that means here is like when I initially took off, a home point was established here where I'm at right now. If during the interim of the flight I happen to move, then I can easily update the home point and the drone will return to that new home point. So I like that feature. So let's generate a return to home. So the drone will ascend to an optimal height, then come back to me. Cruise control right now is turned off. I wonder what will happen if I try to start cruise control while it's in a return to home sequence. Let's try that. Cruise control unavailable in current flight mode. Okay, so now I know that also. And I took off from the hood of my car, and I'm not going to have it do that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this because it could slide off. So let's move it forward and have it come on down. There's Daedalus down there. That's the name of the drone. Recall that my Mini 2 Pro is called Icarus, and the Mini 4 Pro is named Daedalus.